Hey, what is going on YouTube? This is Broke Watch Fanatic here with another review. Today we are going to look at a brand that has piqued my interest for a long time, and that is the brand Ginault. Now I keep hearing that Ginault is one of the best Submariner homages you can buy back when they were making the Ocean Rover lineup. I was really curious on the fit and finish on one of those and if the bezel action is really as good as the Submariner. I kept searching for a good deal on the pre-owned market, but I never really went through with purchasing one for some reason. And I think that reason was that it looked too much like the real deal. I felt that I would still yearn for the sub with the Ocean Rover on my wrist, that I would look down and see the oyster bracelet and clasp, the 5-digit case shape, and the Submariner bezel, but the dial says Ginault. Not that Ginault was a bad thing, but I felt it was treading the fine line between homage and a replica. Then comes Ginault with their latest project, the Silent Service. Now I know this still has the oyster bracelet style and clasp with the similar Submariner style case shape, but to me it has enough distinction for Ginault to call it their own. They removed the crown guards. They added a different crown design along with changing out the bezel and bezel insert. It definitely feels as if the Planet Ocean and Submariner had a baby. It felt like an original design from Ginault, and so this was my chance to experience the hype. My Silent Service was delivered to me about 2 months ago after waiting about 2 months from the time I placed the order. Upon first impressions, I knew this watch was already punching way above its price point. The AR coating on the crystal was one of the best I've seen. The fit has such tight tolerances where the end links meet the case. The bezel action was so smooth and crisp. Have a listen. The large crown was easy to grip and to turn, and screwing it down was also a nice feeling with no worries about having it try to catch the thread. It catches the thread every single time. I'm not sure if it has some type of clutch system, but it is well done. Now comes the on-the-fly adjustment clasp. It doesn't feel as refined as the Submariner. The release and setting of the adjustment isn't as snappy, but the gliding action is pretty close. Overall, it is a great addition to the watch. It serves its purpose, and for a tenth of the price, there's not much to complain about. The loom is exceptional and evenly applied. I also love that the bezel markings are also loomed. Legibility will not be an issue with this watch at night or daytime for that matter, as the hands and indices are pretty bold. The movement inside is a Sellita SW200 elaborate grade that is advertised as being 6 weeks regulated in-house, and from my experience, it keeps great accuracy. As far as the wearing experience, I think it wears extremely well and has a nice balance in weight and wears flat across the wrist. Mind you, I have a 6.5-inch wrist size, but it's also flat on top. If you have smaller and rounded wrists, it may fit a little different on you. Now here are a couple of negatives. One, if you're going for the date model, I highly recommend you go for the Cyclops. The size of the font is quite small, and if your vision isn't as good as it used to be, you might be doing a double take. Two, the screws and the threads on the links aren't as refined as some of the higher luxury brands. It felt really gritty at times and almost feels like you're cross-threading the screw. Now, if you weigh all the pros and cons on this watch, there's no question that this watch has superior value. It is 9/10 that of a luxury brand such as Rolex, but at 1/10 of the price. Having said all that, do I think it stays in my collection? For now it does, but only time will tell. So let me know what you think about this watch and feel free to ask me any questions about it. Until next time, take care everyone.